All right, we are back. Actually, you know what? This is hilarious because Darnell came back, and I'm like, oh my god, I can see you now. This is like so much better. It's like a huge improvement. I was like signing off of, I'm like, I guess Darnell's gone. She's into the abyss. So, okay, you were talking about you had the keys or something. You had the keys.
Yeah, like that was like the best experience I ever had in my life, except for having my son. And it was working with these kids. And so in the beginning, they were trying to like scare me and being really tough and aggressive and so forth. And then I showed them some dailies to Oz because I was shooting the pilot of Oz at the time, and there was a fight scene. And I wasn't supposed to do that. I did all these things I wasn't supposed to do, and with the kids. And
How long
and
did you do that with the kids? Like how long?
what was only supposed to be for 5 weeks, one
Yeah.
day a week, and it turned into 8 months, 5 days a week. Because
8 months, 5 days a week. That's intense. That's pretty
it
intense.
was it was intense because they had nothing to do, and I felt bad. I was like, and I remember like Christmas Eve, I was like, oh, they're by themselves. Let me go there and do something. I'll show them a film and we'll talk about it. And so I was just teaching them filmmaking.
Did
And
any of them do anything as far as a career? Did any of them like go on to like
well,
work in movies?
most of my kids, because to have kids in jail because they weren't in prison you get sent up far away, right?
Yeah.
So to have kids in jail for that long, you have to do something very complicated.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was murder.
I was gonna say like murder.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Jesus.
And then I had this kid from China, and that was his complication, is that he didn't want to be sent
Well,
back.
like how long were they in jail for? Like how long were these sentences?
Well, they weren't sentenced yet. That's why they were in jail. They were still dealing with
Cause
their
got it. So they were like in on trial or whatever.
yeah, and that's why things like, do you remember
No idea. Who's that?
Central Park? There were these two kids who this 40-year-old guy got high with them at night. They were 14 years old, and they ended up killing him and cutting his hand off and gutting him and putting him in the river. Anyway, she was white and she came from a pretty wealthy family, and the other kid was Latino, and they both went to this private school.
Yeah.
And so she was in my class, and
Did she was she guilty for that or was she acquitted?
no, she wasn't acquitted.
She
But
wasn't? Like they found her guilty on that?
yes,
Was she guilty, you think?
it seems.
Yeah. You were like,
But
yeah, so
she was. They were kids. I mean, look, this is not an excuse. They were 14-year-olds, and and
but she thought like what? I don't understand. They were 14 and they were in Central Park and
they were in
they
Central Park getting high, and this 40-year-old man came over and started talking to them and getting high with them, and
yeah.
and I think the boy got jealous or something, or thought, it's I can't remember the case exactly.
Yeah, but somehow he got like pissed
Yeah,
off.
and he stabbed him, and they ended up killing him. Horrific.
So it was
Murder
Daphne
was
with a
terrible.
boy and then this other man.
Yeah,
So
and
there were
that's
two guys.
that.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah,
it was two girls. I was like, what?
no, no, yeah. It was just these two kids and this man, and they killed him, which is horrific. And
So wait, I want to go back though. Hold on, because we are running out of time to be honest with you, right? Because an hour long show and people are gonna be like, dude, end the show, Jonathan. For
yeah,
God's sakes. I mean, Darnell's cool, and I'm sure you have a million other things to do. So
yeah,
I want to complete the Darnell Martin career.
yeah.
So AC went to film school, obviously graduated film school, and then talk to me. What are you continuing to work AC gigs? You're
No, then
continuing to work on movies?
while I was in film school, I started my own music video company, and I started directing music videos, and
Got it.
that actually helped me get through film school because I couldn't AC anymore, so I needed to financially support myself.
So you're like, I'm gonna shoot music videos for like these
Yeah,
up and coming bands or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
So like, who were you shooting at the time? Like what?
Mostly rap, and it was
Yeah.
back in the day when it was really segregated. So MTV only had white bands, and Yo MTV Raps had black bands, even if it wasn't rap.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean? When MTV had white bands, but Yo
Like you
MTV
couldn't.
raps, but isn't
MTV
that
did
MTV?
well. MTV didn't have black bands, so even Michael Jackson, he might have been the first to get onto MTV, but he didn't in the beginning. Like MTV only had white bands.
So you were making music videos for non MTV, like not MTV.
For black
For
bands.
what, BET or what was it, BET?
No, it was called Yo MTV. So
Yo
they had
MTV is not MTV.
Yo MTV. It was like they literally segregated. It's really interesting because
It's
they
like a
never really talked
subdivision
about
of
it.
MTV.
Yes, and even the budgets were super super low.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. Like
Was it Viacom then too?
I don't know.
Was it owned by Viacom? Who knows?
I
Probably
don't
could
know
have been.
who it was, but
So you were making music videos for Yo MTV Raps.
yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's you know. So like, who were you making music? Like, what bands?
Yeah, let's see. Miss Melody from BDT, Boogie Down Productions, D Nice.
Yeah.
We did a long form.
My name is D Nice.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
My name is D Nice. Yeah.
That's my video. That's my video.
Oh,
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I live
I
like
can't
this,
believe you know that. Good for
Come
you.
on.
Yeah.
First of all, I went to Beverly Hills High School. Okay. I used to sag my pants. Like, don't offend. Seriously, I know I look white and Jewish, but I'm black. Okay, I just wanted to let you know. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Okay. I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I apologize. So you're making music videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so now, I mean, that's got to be lucrative, actually, making music videos. Even, I mean, you're not making it a slouch. You're making legit music videos.
Yeah.
So, like, is there a certain point where you go from there? Like, what was your biggest break?
So I had to make, even though I was making.
Hold on. I want to rephrase the question. Mm-hmm. What was the moment where you're like, holy shit? Like, what was the aha, like, oh shit, this is.
Gotcha.
Like, where did it go from, like, I'm trying to make it, to like, ooh, 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 like, where you're like, this is my big break.
Yeah.
What was that?
Okay, so when I was in film school, you have to make these films, and the first film was not expensive, so I could make that to compete with the other film students. And I'm not making crazy money doing these music videos because again, it's Yo MTV. And it's my whole company, so I'm not making crazy money. And so then my second film I did with D Nice, and I was able to do that. It was a short film again. Now your third film, it has to be a big film. I couldn't afford that. I was like, I can't.
When you say your third film, what, for school?
It's your thesis. It's your thesis film
for school.
Yeah, and I'm like, so that's like a $25,000 film, and I'm like, I can't make that film. I don't have that money. It's not going to happen. And so I said, I'm not even going to write a half-hour film. I'm not even going to try to write a half-hour film.
Yeah, because I can't even get it made.
Yeah, because I can't get it made. So instead, I'll just write a feature. So I wrote a feature while everybody else was writing their third-year film.
But wait, I don't understand. You needed to make that third film
to graduate
somehow, right? Because you wanted to get you wanted to get your degree, right? So how did you? So like, I don't understand. You were like, I can't make it because I don't have the money, but you had to make it.
So everybody's writing. You're all working on your third-year film, right?
Okay.
So we're all working on our third-year films.
Yeah.
And most people are writing a 20-minute, 30-minute film that they're going to shoot, and it's going to be their third-year film, right? I'm not. I'm like, I can't afford that. I'm going to write a feature.
Okay.
Because I have just as much, I probably have more of a shot at getting that made than a 30.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I get that. That's actually very, very smart. If you think about it, you're like, I can sell this more than I can sell 30 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't have money. I didn't have parents. I didn't have, I didn't have it,
Yeah.
And so I wrote this feature, and I sent it to agents. Everybody passed on me. Mm-hmm. And I sent it out to studios. All the studios passed on it. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't have somebody to push you, like, you just have readers. The readers were reading it. right? Only the
Like you
readers.
had no agent or anything at this time.
Nothing. I
Yeah.
had no heat. And then I sent it to New Line Cinema through a friend of mine who was a, what do you call it, an assistant. And he gave it to the head of New Line, and they decided they wanted to make it. Now, this is what's really crazy. So they said, okay, yeah, let's make it. And then they were just going to give me $2 million to make it, which is a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I cannot tell you why. I said, yeah, nah. Isn't that crazy?
So I can understand. Everyone passed on it.
Yeah.
And this is still within. You're still in school at this point.
I'm still in school.
So you're still in school.
Yeah.
Everyone. When you say everyone, like how many people did you send it to?
I just sent it to all the studios. I sent it to all the agents. Everybody
What, like you
passed
just
on it.
throw it in a FedEx and you're like, you
Yeah,
send
yeah,
it,
yeah,
or
yeah,
how-
yeah.
Did you like call
Yes.
up?
No,
Did you
I
call
just-
these producers up and say, hey, I'm going to send you this.
No, it's not producers, just studios. Nope, I just sent it. Okay,
So
which
you
is
sent
kind of
it-
crazy. It's crazy, right? But
Yes. So you literally though, you just put it in a FedEx.
Yeah.
You find the address
Yeah.
and you send it. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, it's crazy. And so meanwhile, so I'm like, yeah, nah, can't do it. I'm not gonna take the $2 million. I don't know
So,
why.
so wait. So New Line is the only place
Yes.
that took any interest in it.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, you get a call one day from New Line Cinema
Yeah.
saying, "Miss Martin, we love we think this is great. We'd like to make you an offer."
Yes. Well, my friend got it to them, who was an assistant, so that was
Got it.
helpful.
So
That
you
was
had an
super-
in. So you did have an in there.
I did. He was my only in, and that was super
Yeah.
helpful. He was wonderful. To do that, and so and
Just
then
take care of him after the fact. Well, we'll get back to that. Don't worry.
okay.
So
And-
okay, so he gets it in there, and then
Yeah.
they read it, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!"
Yeah, but they're gonna give me $2 million
What
to
happens?
do
You get a
it.
phone call? Well, no, wait. You get a phone call from like who calls you?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't remember that.
Oh, how do you know?
I-
Okay,
I
so
don't
someone
know.
from New Line calls you.
Yeah,
One of the higher up, like one of the
Yeah.
suits. One of the
I
suits.
guess. Yes, the higher
Okay,
stuff.
and they're
Yeah.
like, Miss Martin, we read your script. We like it very much. Yeah.
Yeah, and so for some reason I was like, yeah, I can't do it for $2 million. I don't know why. It's like insane.
So they're like,
I
we'll
know,
give you
it's
$2
crazy.
million bucks. They'll wait, excuse me. They're like, we're gonna give you $2 million.
I know.
Like for you.
Yes.
Like Miss
It's
Martin.
insane. It's
$2 million
crazy.
for you, and then we'll make the movie.
Yes, crazy.
And you're
So-
like, nah.
yeah, I don't know. It's like I want more, and no, it's insane. It's I'll pass.
But
yeah.
like, but how would you even do that? Because you needed, like, you were desperate.
I
for
know.
someone
I
to make
don't
the
know. I
movie,
can't like.
And everyone
literally,
said no.
It's
Everyone
crazy.
passed. This was
I
your
know.
only.
I know.
But what? Why did you say no? Like, where? What
Because
were
I
you
just
thinking?
thought, I'm not sure it's enough money to make it the way I want to make it.
Oh,
I know.
to
it's
make it. Wait, it was
crazy.
$2 million to make it,
I
or
know.
$2 million for you?
Oh no, $2 million to make the whole movie.
$2 million to make the movie, and like, how
Yeah.
much did you think you needed?
I thought I needed more, and honestly, I did. Honestly, I did, and I tell you why. Because when you're a first-time filmmaker,
Yeah.
you don't know all the little tricks to get out of a bad situation. Now I could make a ton of movies for $2 million. I could.
When
I
you
could
say
make-
get out of a bad situation, meaning like how to make it for cheaper.
yeah, and like stuff happens on film sets that you can't change, like when it rains or this or that, or And so when you first start making films, you can be very in the box about stuff like, well, I storyboarded everything, and this is how it has to be. And in fact, I storyboarded a lot. It's just like, it has to be but you have to be fluid because bad shit is going to happen or good shit's going to happen. And you got to be able to know how to like just be able to work around it.
How to maneuver,
and-
yeah. Just how
Yeah.
to get it done, right? How to get it done.
Exactly. So I was right not to take it.
So
But
you
it was
needed
crazy.
how much to make this movie?
I ended up getting $5 million to make the movie.
From New Line.
No, not from New Line. So then I
So
said,
they
yeah.
passed. They were like, really? All right, well, screw it.
Yeah. And so then at that point, other places started being interested,
Yeah.
right? So like then Columbia and Universal and all these other.
God, it basically like
And tried-
everyone was like, dude, this chick fucking just said no to $2 million.
Yeah, and then it became a bidding war, which is really
God,
crazy.
it was like
And
an
then
entourage
even-
scene. It was like, dude, this girl said what?
It was insane. And then I remember I met with this big wig at Disney, and he was just like, right now I'm going to offer you a $1 million development deal right this minute. You want to take it? And I was like, why would you want to give me that, which is $1 million for myself,
Yeah.
for not making
Right,
it,
here
not
you go.
making
Here's
the
$1 million
movie,
bucks.
but not for
And
making it, just for you. And I was
just
like,
for you to give us your next 3 ideas. Is that how that works?
no, just to like develop them, like to write more. And I was like, why? What's wrong with it? And he was like, I
Oh,
don't know.
for that script. It was
Yeah,
like
and you know what
for
he
that
said?
script.
He said, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? He goes, I haven't read it yet. And he was going to offer me $1 million. I mean, isn't that crazy?
He was going to give you $1 million,
Development.
basically to develop a script that was already written.
That he didn't read only
That he
because
didn't
other
read
people,
yet.
only because it was very hot at that moment. Like it's just like, and that's what's really crazy and disturbing about Hollywood is like everything's a vibe.
Everyone's full of shit.
Yeah. Well, you know,
LA's
you grew up
full
there.
of shit. Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah.
LA is
It's,
such full of shit. I was a real estate broker out there for a little while too.
what was that
It's
like?
oh god, it was terrible. I would door knock. I had to go to people's houses and like knock on the door. Remember what's her name from the Mamas and the Papas? What's her name from?
Oh, yes.
I
Wait.
used to door knock her house. Like it was so like that is LA for you in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Like she lives in the valley in like, a small kind of rinky dink house.
Wow.
From the Mamas and the, what's her name? From One Day at a Time? I forgot.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. The daughter.
Yeah, the daughter from One Day
Yeah.
at a Time, but not the pretty one, the other one. But she's pretty, whatever. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I used to door knock and like she answered, it was just like, in her like Sherman Oaks house or whatever, and it was like going to door and it was terrible. Yeah, it was. But you'd have people like, I call LA a lot of smoke, no fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In New York, people are like, let's do this. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to do it? Okay, no worries. See you later.
Exactly. That's exactly how we are. And you know what else about the difference between New York and LA?
Yeah.
Like, you remember we told me about the podcast, and I said, yeah, I'll do it. If I was an LA person,
Yeah, I'll do it, and then you would never do it.
yes, you'd never
Yeah.
hear from them again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, exactly. Like, we met, look, we got to tell everyone. We met, I was trying to get your listing, right? But it put us together, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, no,
right?
absolutely. Yeah,
And then we were talking, and you were like, look, I don't know, we'll see about the listing, but, like, I'm going to do your podcast.
Yeah,
I was like,
and I
cool,
wanted you
like,
to I wanted to just quit, and I wanted you to just go straight comedy. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
What are you laughing about?
Well, I'm just laughing because you know what? Like, you know what I this is what I love about real estate, honestly, for me. It's like, look, I'm doing my job right now. And this is like, it's not real estate right now. I'm interviewing you or whatever we want to call it, right? Which is so fantastic and I love it. And I make videos that are funny and I like do all these other things, but I'm a real estate broker. I mean, like that's what I do. I don't, for comedy, I could go do 10 minutes, no problem, right? But I don't want to drive there. I don't want to have to drive back. I don't want to have to sit there all night for 3 hours. It's not like I'm Seinfeld where I can just show up and go on stage and like leave. There's too much stuff that I just don't have the time for. Like, I don't have 4 hours or I don't have the whole night to go to Jersey tonight and go not get paid and go do stand up.
Yeah,
Nor do I want to sit in traffic for 3 hours. Like, I don't want to do that, and I don't have the time to do that. But I do have the time to do these things. But I like to marry it into real estate. I like to marry it into real estate.
I get that.
That's why, like, it's funny because like I was doing stand up, and there's been times where I'm like, oh, I got to be a comedian. Like, I mean, when I was 18 in high school, I was literally, this is how it happened. I was in Malibu. I just graduated high school. And we were in Zuma, and like a buddy of mine had a house there, and we were all sitting there, and I was just talking and telling a story, and it was animated and it was funny, and like everyone was laughing, and like people were coming into the room, and it was like filled with all my friends, and everyone was laughing, and I like had a vision. I was like, you know what, this is my calling. Like, I always felt like your career was supposed to be like, oh, like you somehow knew you needed to be a writer and work in movies. I mean, like, look at how hard you persevered, but you had that like aha moment of like, this is what you want to do. With comedy, it's like, first of all, I think it's probably the hardest job in the world to do and to make it, right? Like, everyone looks at like Seinfeld or whatever, or Eddie Murphy or whatever, but it's like at the end of the day, what is it like? What are they like? name 10 really famous comedians, right?
Yeah.
Out of how many? It's like you have more chance of being a baseball player than you do a comedian, right? So it's like the odds, and again, it's because people quit,
Yeah.
right? At a certain point, they quit. But to endure, if you want to make it, it's like 10 years of torture, right?
Yeah.
At a minimum. And it's like, I don't
But you
know
can
how to do
write.
that.
There's a whole bunch of comedy writers
Yeah, no, you could write. I never
who make a
liked
ton of
writing.
money. They make a lot of money.
You know who I love? Like I love Lenny Bruce, right? Because he
Oh, yeah.
like went on stage and he just kind of spoke. And it's like what comedy's become today. Like honestly, it's just like it's not me. It's
Yeah.
you know these comedians. I'm not taking anything against comedians today, but they go on stage, they find like 30 minutes or whatever they put together of time, and then they go do it every night. They do it some version of that every time, over
Yeah.
and over and over, every night, just like a musician plays their you know their 20 songs or whatever
Yeah.
they play, right? And I'm not taking anything against it.
No,
but,
I
like,
get it. It's the
you know,
same thing.
that's why JT Unfiltered, right? Say whatever you want. We have terrible connection or whatever it is, right? But this is real.
Yeah.
It's real, and I love authenticity, and it's not authentic at all anymore.
Yeah, no, that's very, very true.
Yeah. So that's kind of my, and it's not, but look, I'm married, I have kids, and
How many kids do you have?
Got 2 kids.
How old are they?
So I've got a daughter who is 16, but she's gonna be someone told me it's a rising senior. I didn't know it was rising, but yeah, they call it rising senior. She's gonna be a senior, and then I have one who's gonna be a freshman. So, and it's like kids today, in today's world, oh my God, God help them. Like, look at you. Look at what a hustler you were, right? And like, I was a hustler too. I remember coming to New York and hustling, right? Just, different jobs and whatever. Well, we were out there and experiencing, right? Today, it's like, they're experiencing this.
I think but you know what? I am hearing that they're moving away from their phones, which is pretty great. No?
I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard it, but it's like living with, and my kids are pretty good about it, but if you don't like give them things to do or kind of stay on them, they're not going to be like, oh, I should go do this. Like when you were that age, when you were 16, right? Did you have a job? Like what was your job when you were 16? What was your job at 16?
Okay, you know what my job was? I was a private investigator.
You were a PI at 16?
Yes.
What are you talking about? You were a PI at 16?
I know. Every summer, and I started at 13 because I used my sister's social security number and I looked older. So I was, I know, it's so
for New York City? You were a PI for New York City?
Yeah.
Stop it.
No, and then how I got
at
busted.
13?
And how I got busted was really crazy because I was using my sister. They fingerprinted me because they were all what do you call those police officers where you volunteer? What are they called?
I think you're not talking about the guardian angels, are you?
No. There's a police officer that they're volunteers, and
yeah. They're in the reserves kind of thing.
Yeah, and so they were all volunteer police officers. So they said, "Oh, you got to join that with us." So I joined, and they fingerprinted me, and my fingerprints didn't match my sister's fingerprints because she worked in a bank. So they were like, they knew I was not that person. Isn't that crazy? And that's how I got busted.
That's beyond. So, but that's like an extreme example to prove my point, right?
Yes.
You're 13 and you were a PI.
You
figured out how to forge documents and so forth, and become a PI, and that was before the internet. When if you wanted to forge documents today, like super easy. I mean, you probably just
right.
I mean, chat might not do it for you, but I'm sure it's easier to figure out today than it was, back in the 80s. Or, I mean, this is like late 70s, probably, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. So it's like, today, I'm telling my daughter, well, why don't you get you need a summer job. Oh, well, I applied to Target and the Gap. I'm like, okay, did you go in there? No, I went online. It's like, okay, you're.
And you're like, did you forge
17...
any documents?
Yeah, she didn't forge any documents, I promise you, right? And I'm like, you're a cute girl. At least go in.
Yeah.
right? Like walk in and be like, hi, are you hiring someone? I was like, go to a coffee shop. There's all these cool coffee shops. I bet a coffee shop will hire you. She's like, oh, I don't want to make coffee. You know? It's like, come on. You know what I'm saying? It's like at a certain point, it's like, right? We were out there like experiencing, right? We all had our own like I love Jackass. Okay, I watched the show Jackass, and it's like it's so stupid, it's funny to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, look what like at the end of the day, right? That guy, they made a career, and I know like the movie's coming out, like the last movie or whatever. They're like 90, and they're still making these fucking movies.
Yeah.
Right. And he's insane. This guy's crazy. He's filming himself riding bulls and like, you know, I think there was one video where he shot himself. And it's like, say whatever you want, but here is someone who really takes it to the next level and loves doing it and created a career, right? Where it's like today, where's the originality today? Right?
Yeah, you're like to your daughter, have you shot yourself? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want her to shoot it. You know, honestly, I would be a little happy if she like smoked some weed. Like if she smoked a little weed, I think I'd feel good about things. You know? Like, I mean, she's almost 17.
Yeah.
Smoke some weed already. Like, what are we waiting for?
Smoke some weed.
Yeah, Jesus, will you smoke some weed? It's funny though. It is. I'm telling you, kids are they're soft today.
Yeah, no, you know, they're more careful. They're definitely more careful.
Well, drinking. Look at like drinking. Statistically, alcohol is like not even close. Like, I mean, I'm gonna get the numbers wrong, but I think like drinking. You know, what is it? Who's the generation? Your generation's called what? I don't know. I forgot.
I don't know.
They're the baby boomers, aren't you? Baby
Oh yeah,
boomer? So baby boomer, right? So baby boomers are like drinking the most alcohol out of it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right. Closely behind you is my generation. I think I'm Gen X. I think. And then the millennials are like 20% below where we are, and then Gen Z is like way below.
That's a problem. There's no drunks.
There's no drunks. Nobody's drinking. And actually, what's interesting is they talk to not professors, but they talk to doctors, and they're like, drinking does have some benefits to it, right? Like, I mean, it's not physically good for you, but mentally and socially, it's actually there are a lot of positive things. It makes you socialize. It makes you know, have a good time and hang out. How many of the best nights in your life were you under the influence of alcohol?
Okay, so I'm a weirdo. I stopped drinking and doing drugs when I was like 13 or 14.
Oh God,
I know.
Boring. 13 or 14?
Yeah.
So you had done enough drugs by 13 or 14?
Yeah, I smoked a lot of weed.
Yeah.
And then I just started drinking. And then I just started drinking like a glass of wine to be social now. But
like now, that's what you'll do. You'll have like a glass of wine.
Yeah, like if everybody's having a glass, I'll toast with people and stuff. But no, and people thought, oh, I had a drinking problem. I didn't. I just stopped because like I'm a control freak.
Because you're a control freak. You don't want to lose control. You want to be in control.
No, not even. Yeah, and literally, it's not even about like losing control per se. Just I was like, oh, I don't need to do. It was a thing. It wasn't. It had nothing behind it, but the mere fact that I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
So look, we I could talk to you for days, and I hope this is the beginning of a very long relationship. It's not really the beginning, but this is like the second chapter of our relationship, and I feel like it's brought us closer. I feel like we totally know each other now. We're like long lost friends, so I love it.
And I want to meet your kids.
But we do. Oh, dude, my kids are. I'm taking them to the baseball game tonight, which is, I don't even like baseball that much, but we'll go. It's all about hanging out, right?
Yes.
But so we have like 2 minutes because I have therapy at 5, so
Very
it's a
nice.
hard stop. Yeah, you gotta work on yourself. You always gotta work on yourself, which is nice. But so I do want to end on what's next for Darnell Martin. What's like map out the next 5-10 years, for you, if you can. I'm
just trying honestly to, and this sounds super cliche, but to be a better person.
Yeah.
That's it,
You
really.
seem like a pretty good person already. I mean,
You're
like, what do
sweet.
you mean better? Like what? Like what? Nicer?
No,
More
like
open?
just kind of like the world's in really bad shape, and I think it is because of my generation. So, like, what can I do to help fix it?
So you're admitting fault
Yeah.
that you'd
Oh,
say
we fucked up.
you fucked up. Why? Like, what did you guys do that fucked it
Well,
up?
we thought things were okay, and things weren't okay. And we just
What do you
let.
think was okay? Like, what do you mean? Like politically and like.
Oh yeah, politically for sure. Like
Yeah.
we thought, oh, we're you know we're doing great here, and we're so not doing great here. And the reason that we're in this situation is because of, yeah, we
We lost focus.
yeah. I don't know if we ever had focus, but we just should have. We
So
should
how
have
can
been
we
more
fix it?
ethical.
So what do you think? What's your advice? Like, how do we fix this?
Empathy. That
Empathy for
empathy.
everyone.
Yeah, like okay, so this is really quickly.
Yeah.
I used to think that being a good person was compassion and loving people, and then I realized no, it's not love. Because I love my dog and I'm compassionate to my dog, but my dog doesn't have the same justice I have. Like my dog just can't be like, "Hey, I'm going out now and I'll come in and when I want to and I'll go in the refrigerator get what I want." My dog doesn't have that. My dog has me being very paternalistic, and that's not justice. My dog, and so we treat some people like that. We're like, oh, well, you know what? You're a person without a home, or you don't have. So I'll get you a blanket. I'll send you. You're in another country. You're starving to death. I'll send you some food. And it's like, no, this shit is our fault. Because we deny people justice, and I think what real love is, and what really being a good person is, wanting everyone to have the ability to have what you have. That's justice, and that to
Teach
me.
them how to fish. Teach them. Don't give them fish. Teach them how to fish.
Or stop putting your foot on their neck so they can fish. Because
Exactly.
I think we.
Stop
I think
fucking
yeah.
with all the fish. Just teach me how to fish and then get out of the lake. How about
There
that?
you go.
Stop
There you go.
swimming around the fish and scaring the fish. Just
There
get
you
out
go.
of the lake.
And that's what we've been doing forever. So I'm just
I
trying
love
to
it.
figure out how I can do that in the best way possible.
Well,
And I
I love
think-
it. And
And
I
what you
wanna
said
thank
about, but what you
What?
said super quick about
Yeah.
therapy,
Yeah.
I think meditation is one of the best therapies, and I
Yeah.
think meditation helps you it helps the world, and I think it also helps you find ways to do that. So, anyway,
I like it.
All
I
right.
like it. And I think that's a great place to stop anyway.
sounds good. Bye, you.
And you're awesome, and I want to thank you again. I did.
I feel the
we were
same.
off camera, but I'll do it again. And I hope you can come back on the show at some point, and I hope we stay in touch off camera and so forth, because you are awesome and
Feel the same.
and hopefully one day we'll meet in 3D. Maybe we'll
Sounds
meet in 3D.
good.
I don't
There
know.
you
But
go.
no pressure. Look, no pressure.
Can I get the applause?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. We love it. Well, thank you, Darnell, for coming on the show. We love Darnell Martin. And go watch the movies. I did see it. So, thanks again for coming on the show, Darnell. This is JT Unfiltered. Everyone, we're signing off yet again. But,
Powered by
I'm
Riverside.
actually going to release this podcast